Hey everybody, it is your old pal Van Dweller back with more classic Tetris monthly Masters event for May 2025, and things are fast and furious. They are getting scheduled, like things moving around. There's a whole thing, a whole machination, the wheels of Tetris turning in the background to bring you all this stuff as soon as we can, because apparently we're up against a bit of a time crunch to get this done, and we're getting it done. We will crown a winner. It's the 23rd of May, and we're gonna be done with the Masters event today. Oh, Danny, I gotcha. See, you shouldn't have said that. But anyway, yes. We're finishing today. So let me give you, first of all, the situation here in the Masters event. There's the top 8. We'll look at it that way. It's, I mean, I suppose I could show you the top 4, but there's not as much on there. Right? You can see what happened. Anyway, we have already got a result in match 30. That's our, green-red semifinal. That's already done. Dog is in the finals. Miles defeated Meme, and Eyeball defeated Cobra. Miles versus Meme was last night, right? Like yesterday. I don't even know. I've lost sense of all time. But anyway, Miles, the bracket upset, coming in, seed number 9, and really probably upset fans of patterns and things like that, because we could have had 1, 2, 3, 4. Miles ruined it. That's fine. That's good. I mean, a 32-player tournament should not have 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyhow, Miles is in the semis. Eyeball is in the semis. And they're going to play right now. So that is happening right now. They're probably Vandy, will you shut up? We got to play this. Okay. So that is happening now. Then at, let me see. Do I have a schedule thing? Yeah. Then whoever wins this at 2:15 U.S. Central Time, 1915 UTC, we're going to have the finals. So obviously we don't know who it is. So TBD versus Dog at 2:15. That is when the finals is going to happen. And then we had to, because of time constraints and things like that, we had to move 2 of the matches out of the red-pink top 16. So we're just going to do that red part of the top 16 of Das Masters. That's happening in an hour and so an hour and 45 minutes after the finals starts. So we should have time to do the whole finals and things like that. So that we'll do that solo match at 4 US Central, 21 UTC, and then at 6 Central, 23 UTC, the entire orange-yellow top 16. So that'll be Andy, Fractal, Eliash, Miles. The winners of those 2 matches will face off to determine a top 4 person, a semifinalist. Now, that other match was Tugi versus Merker. That was in the red and pink. That could be scheduled on Sunday, could be on Monday. That is all still being worked out. So we've got a whole team of negotiators, a delegation, if you will, meeting with all the participants to hash all this out. So that is the order of operations today. Also, do join us on Sunday. We might have to do some of that Das Masters during the 10K follower / birthday stream. So, but do join us for that. We're gonna do it. We'll do it like a little, kind of like a subathon, where we'll start out. I'll commit to 4 hours, but if you want it to go further, every donation or contribution to the channel will extend the length of it, and I'll go forever, man. I'll just do. Who is that guy? Who did that really long one? I don't remember who it was. But anyway, I will go as long as there are contributions. So yeah, I'm turning 21. I'm get my first drink. Anyway, that is the order of operations. Yeah, Ludwig, right? Yeah. Well, maybe it'll go on forever. Who knows? And it'll just be this huge. We'll blow it up. I'll go for 7 months continuous streaming, sleeping on stream, of course. All right. So that is what we're doing. Miles versus Eyeball. a little bit of break, then the finals. People keep subbing just to torture me. That's fine. That is fine. Okay, let's take a look at our rules. Players, it's only a single match. I'm not do the whole thing, but just the really important ones. Make sure you turn off all your comfort mods, any extra stats, anything like that. Any controller can be used. No big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical. Biological turbo only. Players should not receive any in-game real-time advice and do not pause unless the commentator tells you to. Level 18 starts all the way through. Make sure you've got your level 39 super kill screen turned on. We will be using same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of each match. Best of 5, my players, and the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands at $2,000. So basically at the tail end, or like immediately after last night's stream, we had a big contribution from Jesus the Frog, $600 to get us to our $2,000 incentive. That means we are paying the top 8 in the tournament. So everybody on this screen will be getting a prize, which is very, very nice. So thank you, Jesus the Frog. Quite a name. But really appreciate that. That was incredibly generous. Now, we're not done. If you do want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do it. Use the Matcherino command on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up the links. The second one is the one for Masters event. I think the finals of the Mega Masters just dropped today, so we like to keep the Matcherino open because maybe we'll get some last minute stragglers. In fact, we did get one contribution to the Mega Masters thing, so that's great. So we'll keep that open. But yeah, the second one on the list is the one for this month. Click on the thing, and then we can get started. Oh, wait, what? I'm sorry. I'm like reading chat and talking at the same time. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, do contribute to the prize pool if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. But we've reached our goals, so that's amazing. And then one more thing, if you do want to support the channel, patreon.com/monthly Tetris allows you to pledge an ongoing amount of support. That is good. And we, of course, we have the merch store, ctm.wtf. So there is that. Now the players are saying, we want to start right now. Okay, let me just get this up real quick here. Number 4 and number 9 is what we're doing, right? 4 and 9. We're getting it done. We're getting it. Hold on. All I'm trying to do is fundraise for you players, you know? And they're like, I don't fundraise. I got to go hang out with my friends. Okay, and let me refresh here and see that eyeball is online. All right, I see. Is that a dog? No, that's just like the corner of a chair. I thought it was a dog. Kind of looks like a little dog. All right, let me just fix this cam and we will get going. Okay. I thought the corner of a chair was the dog. What the heck? Eyeball with the haircut, the summer haircut. It's coming. There it is, summer haircut. Oh my goodness, haircut man. What the heck? It's like a totally different guy. Travis says broccoli game is strong. Indeed. What the heck? That is like a totally... I have never seen. How does the prize pool get split between the top 8? Normally I have that slide, but somehow I lost my slide. So should be... I don't know. If you look at the... I'll try to answer that. We do have to get this match going, so I will do my best to get that info for you. But if you go to Liquipedia and look at previous months, you'll see how it gets chopped up. Yeah, sorry, I don't have that immediately offhand or memorized, but it is a thing. It's not that, Travis. Not that. It is not that. It's 45 for first, 27 for second, 9th for each of 3rd and 4th, and 2.5% for each of 5th through 8th. Sorry, yeah, that's it. Okay, players, I'm going to give you pieces so that if you are ready, you can start if you want to, but everybody's in a rush this month. They're all like, I need to start now. Okay, no, we need to get this done now. Everybody's in a big rush. Das Masters is nowhere near done. I mean, by Monday, it'll be substantially done. You will allow that? Eyeball, all you got to do is get swept, and then, it'll be the fastest possible result. That's all. Get swept. There you go. And you can go gallivant with your pals. You do care about the fans. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, they care about you, I'm sure. Okay. Oh my God, it's the final match. Yeah, this is it, guys. NCTM today. Okay, 581 C97. Both players are on seed. Both players are ready. It is the blue and yellow finals, semifinals. So Eyeball and Miles, let's get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Now, in the olden days, Miles would have been in the orange bracket, but he's now in the yellow bracket, which is why we've got blue and yellow semifinals. And already right away, their stacks begin to diverge with their initial placements. You're colorblind? You thought that was orange? Yeah, no, we've got 8 colors now instead of our 4. We've got orange, yellow, blue. What is the other one that goes with blue? I don't know. Purple, right? Green, teal or aqua, and red and pink. So we've got now 8 colors to make it easier to know. We don't have to use A's and B's and things like that. Pseudo Canard with the 8924 into the prize pool. Thank you, Pseudo Canard. 27,000 for Eyeball, 28,000 for Miles. Both players kind of down stacking a little bit, but Miles now with an open board. No great place for a square. Long bar down Tetris for Eyeball, 55,000. All right, Miles trying to get into a Miles dig early. He's got to stay on brand. 101 for Eyeball, 37,000 for Miles. Okay, looks like Miles just one piece away. Yes, from opening up that right side. Would love a well-timed bar. And there it is. Tetris for Miles, 66,000. There's one for Eyeball, 124. And Miles going to chuck another one down there. On the left side of your screen, it is Eyeball, who made it into this tournament, into seed number 4. With a 1.67 million. Got an overall PB of 4.75 million. These players' initial stacks have me hesitant to do the intros, right? But all right, I'm gonna do it. Anyway, that PB of 4.75 million will be about 17th on the overall list, although that score is not on the NES on the list when I checked it a few days ago. Eyeball, the 16th ranked player in Pumpy Heart's Premier Poll, which you can see the full rankings at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. POLL.com. Eyeball making his 3rd appearance in the semifinals. Was in the semifinals 2 times last year. That was May and July, back-to-back months. We didn't have a June. The former Challenger Circuit winner, Future Circuit winner, and was a top 16er in Mega Masters 2024. I forget how we finished last month. Was a gold player in CTWC, top 16 2023. Also played in the second online year. Long bar down Tetris for Eyeball, 276, chopping it down, and another Tetris. So 301 for him, 215 for Miles. Eyeball also was second in the Montreal Regional last year. Good time. Really enjoyed that one. Looking forward to maybe there being a Montreal 2026. Also, Eyeball is a known Canadian, just so you know. So if any of the authorities are looking for Canadians, I found one. Anyway, Eyeball, in virtue of his top 4 seed, did get a 2-round bye and defeated Dan V and Cobra to make it here to the semifinals. Miles with the Vits, 309, 372 for Eyeball. And on the right side of your screen, it is Miles, who qualified in with a 1.49 million. That's seed number 9. He got a 1-round bye and defeated Guafi, Cole, and Meme to make it here to the semifinals. He's looking to make his 5th trip into the finals, most recently October 2024. Both of these players looking for their first CTM Masters event victories. Miles with a PB of 8.06 million. That's good for 7th on the list. He's the number 9th player in Pumpy's premier poll, the PPP. Miles is the 6th player to crash the game. That was a year ago. Also a Challenger Circuit winner in January 2023. Top 8 in CTWC last year. Top 16 the year before. Winner of the Desert Qualifier in 2022 in Arizona. 2nd in Stillwater and Waco last year as well. And 1st in Dogs Winter Games Classic Tetris Brawl. 475 for Miles. Eyeball is into 19 at about 530 something or other, now at 540. Miles at 476, 1 line away from that 19. He's actually set up here for a dirty Tetris and gets it. And he's got enough room on that right side where he can burn a lot of this away. So a cluttered entry into 19, but a manageable one here for Miles. 506 on level 2592 for Eyeball. And again, thanks to Jesus the Frog for the $600 contribution to that prize pool to get us to our goal. If you do want to contribute to the prize pool and you're watching live, oh, nice S-spin for Eyeball. Covered well, uncovered. You can use the Matcherino command on Twitch or YouTube to bring up the links to contribute to the prize pool for this and for Das Masters and still for Mega Masters. Actually, that edited version just dropped today on YouTube. I didn't get a chance to make a spoiler shield comment. Miles board up very high, and that's going to be a top out for Miles in game number 1. And Eyeball, you are good. So a bit of a struggle game there for Miles in game 1. Just never really came together where he's able to put a good run of scoring together. And Eyeball was up like 200,000 points over him. Miles going to top out. And Eyeball goes up 1 game to none. All right, the warm-up is done. New pieces are here, 9197A5. All right, let's get this Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero open. Indeed. Yeah, it is best of 5. Oh, wrong point. Miles, you have to lose. Yeah, if you lose, you get a point. It's like hearts. We just count how many times you lost, right? All right, looks like both players are ready. Both players are on seed. Game number 2. Eyeball up 1-0. Miles looking to tie it up. And again, their stacks diverge. You know, a lot of times you do see players' stacks, especially as you get late in the tournament where players are like more studied and know all the optimal openers. You see the stacks start like pretty much identically. First 2 games here, not for these 2 players. So very interesting. Okay, Tetris for eyeball. He's got a couple on the board. Miles with 1. And he's looking to just bring this down a bit and reestablish a Tetris factory, you know, just continually keeping that right side open, column 10. Stacking Tetrising, that's what you want. Minimal drama. All right, we are back. Lakuki is here, rooting on eyeball. So there you go, Lakuki, of course, the legendary SMB 1 speed runner. $139 for eyeball, 75,000 for Miles. Oh, Mark Triss with the fun fact over on YouTube. Look, the YouTube is bringing the facts. Miles' 8.06 million score happened because Summoning Salt told him to go for 1 more game, right? Summoning Salt was watching. That's true. That's some lore there. Summoning Salt was watching Miles' stream. He was going for, you know, the crash and all that. Summoning Salt said 1 more game, and then that was the 8.06. Tetris eyeball 213. Miles long bar over Tetris 195. All right, Tetris eyeball. Miles getting set up with that little T-tuck. And Tetris for both. Right now, eyeball up 18,000 points, ahead by 2 lines. Early on here in game number 2, this is a best of 5. So the first player to 3 will move on to the finals. And the finals is a best of 5 as well. We did best of 7 in Mega Masters, but it's a lot of Tetris. I mean, that is a slog. So I think maybe best of 7s in open tournaments. Maybe we'll just save that for, you know, annual championship. Tetris for Miles. He's got a gap, though, in column 1. So we'll see how long he's going to stay with that. And he is building on top. He's going to take that triple. 347 for Miles, 380 for eyeball, 47 contribution from Junior. That gets us up to 213671. So thank you so much, Junior, for the 47. Tetris Ryball 430, 396 for Miles. Miles back by about 11, well, about 13,000 when the lines are tied. Eyeball with a covered well and now spiring a bit. Is open again though, and now blocking. So it's all blocked. Things go very quickly. All right, eyeball uncovered. And a Tetris down for eyeball 468, but that slowdown has allowed Miles to get back into the lead. And good burn there for Miles. You know, back in the day, like putting the L or the J like point down so that you could clear something with like, you know, the upside down bottom of it was considered a 200 IQ burn, and people would just go absolutely nuts if you did that. Eyeball 539 into 19. And now, you know, these days it's maybe it's 101 IQ burn. $607 for Miles, 613 for eyeball. All right, Miles just going to take that triple down the middle. So eyeball back in the lead in the score, but also ahead by 5 lines. And now eyeball going to put some holes in the board on the left side, but clearing them all away and open and Tetrising 670. Miles 644. Yeah, back in the day, Mari, it was like people would gasp like, wow. Oh, the pullback for Miles and the Tetris. Tetris eyeball 753, 698 for Miles. And it's like, you know, back in the day, you blocked the well ever. People were like, oh my God, what? And it just clears away in like, you know, 2 lines or whatever. And they go, oh, okay. But yeah, back in the day, people were very easily amused, and understandably. A lot of that stuff hadn't been figured out or standardized yet. How far back in the day are we talking? We're talking like 2017, 2018, 2019. I mean, I remember 2019, my first CTWC, being in the room and like someone blocked the well on purpose, and there were just this audible gasp in the audience, but it was like totally fine. Like it was, you know, standard. $878 for Miles, $840 for eyeball. I mean, it does seem like a long time ago, but it really isn't. $944 for Miles. I mean, maybe for some of you, because you were like probably not even born yet. But, you know, I was pretty much the same person as I am now. $941 eyeball. Tetris Miles 981. So Miles back in the lead. Yeah, Zero or Zero Bot or whatever you want to call him. He was not born. Tetris for Miles, A50, and now he's back by about 91,000 points, and he's got 7 lines in hand. And there's another Tetris for Miles. So Miles seems to have picked up some momentum here. Eyeball with the max. Miles, of course, working on a 1.1 entry into 29. But eyeball is in on 29, where the speed is doubled. And oh boy, that is going to be a top out for eyeball. And Miles is good in game number 2. All right, so we are tied. Okay, new pieces, players. When you're ready, you can take a moment if you need it. I know Eyeball's like, I gotta talk to my friends. I don't have time for this. Can we please start? That's what Eyeball said. I gotta go hang out. But I will allow Miles to finish his 29 start. It's very kind of you. It's a good chair, Miles. Miles steal that chair from like a conference room at a business. All right, Miles is gonna take a moment here. You can keep Eyeball. You can keep practicing. Miles is standing up. You need a Herman Miller chair? Yeah, I instead of a gaming chair, just get a good chair. Yeah, I do have a Herman Miller chair that my job provided me during the work from home situation. Did we get a pin on the seed? We did not get a pin on the seed here, so there's a mod in chat who can pin seeds. 6B809C. 6B809C. Half the chat is modded, so I think we can find someone. Yeah, I wonder, a gaming chair is just kind of a scam. Like, they're just cheap chairs that like have piping and like racing stripes and crap on them. Like, is that all it is? Okay. Gaming anything is a scam. Yeah, gaming streams. This stream is a scam. It's a gaming stream. You're right. What is this meme that all the old people seem to be saying? Do Miles do? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. 6B809C. All right, both players are ready to go. So what was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. Eyeball 1, Miles 1. Game 3. All right, their stacks diverge at piece number 3. Okay, Tetris for Eyeball. There is one for Miles. These two have faced each other 4 times in CTL, Classic Tetris League. They have never faced each other in Classic Tetris Monthly, which seems weird. It's like they've been playing so long. And again, I think Miles, plays most months, and Eyeball kind of ducks in and out. Gets, all right, I'll play for a few months, leave for a few months, come back for a few months. So, yeah, I guess it's very plausible that they missed each other. 160 for Eyeball, 101 for Miles. Oh, man, a couple of bars there Eyeball can't use and finally gets another one. Miles getting those bars as well. Eyeball still in a little bit of a dig. Miles setting up column 8 dirty. So wants to get a quick bar here. And there's a bar and a Tetris for Miles, 155. Now he's looking for an L piece to clean all that up, and the L comes like one piece too late after a little bit of indecision with that long bar. Oh boy, that left side is cut off for Miles, so he's gonna have to be careful about what he played. But yeah, he's getting great pieces. He's bringing it down. That left side now accessible very easily. So Miles out of danger. 169 for him, 266 for Miles. Oh, is that a failed ice spin? I didn't even see the ice spin set up. My God, I really am slipping if I didn't see an ice spin set up. Shoot. Oh my God, it's over. Time to pack it in, guys. 201 for Miles, 334 for Eyeball. Time for the prune juice. I know. Is that I don't think that helps me remember line spins, but I guess it has other benefits. Allegedly. You'll visit me once a year in the home. Oh, that's great. Bingo on Thursdays. Visitors on Fridays. Sounds nice. 272 for Miles. There's the Tetris 295. 429 for Eyeball. You could always try to get them to replace weekly bingo with a DAS tournament. Oh my God, true. Well, it is the esport for grandparents, right? 344 for Miles. All right, 111 lines, and right now, Eyeball ahead by 152,000 points. Tetris is on this level worth 22,800. So it's probably like a little under 7 Tetrises. $636 for Eyeball. One line to go until 19. So a very healthy 600K transition in the offing for Eyeball. A skim and a Tetris into 19 for Eyeball at 660. Miles is in at 487. All right, Tetris Miles 512. Long bar, Tetris, Eyeball. I used the long bar to get set up for just one Mino in column 9. You got an immediate second long bar as a reward. Corian with the raid, party of 32. Thank you so much, Corian, my goat. 751 Eyeball, 547 Miles. If you're new, this is Classic Tetris Monthly, a monthly NES Tetris tournament, which the person you were just watching has won 11 times. He's our all-time leader in CTM wins. And he's one ahead of Dog playing Tetris, and Dog is actually playing in the finals, trying to tie Corian this afternoon. 589 for Miles, 839 for Eyeball. So this has become a very large lead for Eyeball. 250,000 points. But there's still a lot of Tetris to be played. Still about 150 lines to go till level 39 if the players can get there. Okay, nifty little delayed burn there for Miles. He's opened up his right side, long bar down Miles, 644, 947 for Eyeball. Eyeball up now over 300,000 points. That is a big lead here. Tetris is on 25 are worth, 31,200? Is that right? They are. So still a lot of Tetris to be played. Of course, the value of Tetris climbs every level increase by 1,200 points. By the time we get to 39, they'll be worth 48,000 heading into 39. Of course, there's that level 39 super kill screen that kicks in at that level. B17 for Eyeball, 779 for Miles. We did see some 200 plus K chase downs in the Dog versus Dangler game, like post 29 chase downs. So certainly this game's still not over, but it is a big lead. Tetris for Eyeball, C31. Tetris for Miles, 918. He's one line away from 29. Eyeball trying to bring this stack down. It's climbing a bit, though. Oh, no, that left side is going to be fatal. Or maybe it won't be. Let's see if it will be. And yeah, it's going to be fatal for Eyeball. That's a top out at C42. So the target for Miles is C43. That's 1.24 million. Right now, he's got 975,000. So this would be about a 270,000 point chase down attempt. Now, Tetris is on 31, or worth 38,400. So if you do the math on that, that's about 6 Tetrises or so. And of course, they start to increase as they go. So Miles now with 70 lines to go. Of course, Tetris is 4 lines. So this is doable for Miles, and he can, pick and choose his spots. Lori has gifted 5 memberships to the YouTube community of Classic Tetris Monthly. Thank you so much, Lori. Really appreciate that. Okay, Miles using those long bars to great effect to recover. And there's a Tetris Miles, B06. He's back by 136,000 points now. And the long bar gets over B11. So thank you so much, Lori, for those gift memberships on YouTube. Really appreciate that. Miles setting up for a Tetris. Long bar gets over B74. 70,000 points away. He's setting up for another. He has to cover, though. Oh, no, that board's starting to climb. Oh, no, and Miles cannot affect the chase down. He was 2 Tetrises away. He had runway to do it, and just the board did not quite cooperate with his plans, and Eyeball is going to hang on and take game number 3. Very, very tough chase down. A valiant attempt. He had the runway, just couldn't pull it off this time. And Eyeball is going to hang on and go up 2 games to 1. Okay, players are going to give you new pieces. 3243 CA. Players, you can take a moment if you need to. Tune up. Whatever you need to do. We got time. Well, I have time. So. That's right, Crinkle. Eyeball with the haircut. trying to recapture his youth. You know, he's trying to go full Gen Alpha haircut. I feel like it did de-age him about like 15 years. You do. You look 3 years younger. You really do. You really do. You kind of do. You have this vaguely, I don't know, you have this very like, oh, I live in Europe kind of look, and now you're kind of just like American teen. All right. Both players are on seed. Both players are ready. Let's get them started. Game number 4. Eyeball up 2 games to 1. Miles needs to win to force a deciding game 5. Eyeball looking to get into the finals for the first time. Everyone has said that you look more Euro now. Oh, no. I don't think so. All right, I gotta put that filter on. You can't make fun of the players while they're trying to get into the finals, right? I mean, you can't do that. 47,000 for Eyeball, 47 for Miles. I'm having fun, of course. Maybe the hair was holding him back. Maybe he's like, you know what? Maybe this is my finals hair, right? Maybe I get this haircut. I'm more aerodynamic. I get into those finals. 102 for Eyeball, 97,000 for Miles. Miles with a Tetris, 120. Lukuki says, some years ago I would tell Eyeball that he looked like Stingy from Lazy Town. I only vaguely know what Lazy Town is. Some kid show. With puppets and then one real live girl or something, right? Okay, Eyeball in a little bit of a dig. So let's see what he can do to get out of this board. It's pretty jagged. It's kind of neatening it up a bit, though. I don't know either of those two people, Summer B. Sporticus and Robbie Rotten. The people were puppets too, but no, there was like there were puppet people, and then there was a live, or at least one live character, right? There were 3 live characters. I mean, I never watched it. I just think I just saw memes or something from it. That's all I know. 214 for Eyeball, 232 for Miles. Yeah, the puppets were creepy. I mean, obviously Lazy Town well after my time. $242 for Eyeball, $278 for Miles. There's a Tetris. Miles. Eyeball setting up long bar, column 9, long bar over Tetris. Zempro knows exactly how many Lazy Town characters there are, whether they're live or not. What if this whole time Zempro has been an editor over at the Lazy Town Fandom Wiki. I think I would believe that. 312 for Eyeball, 348 for Miles. Okay, Tetris Eyeball 361, 356. Yeah, we're very, very close in score this one. 405 Miles, 429 Eyeball, but Eyeball is seven lines ahead. Okay, a few good pieces in a row here for Miles. So pace-wise, they are pretty much tied. There's a Tetris Miles. They're one line apart and have the same score. Eyeball into 19 at 546. Miles is in at 522. Actually, no, Eyeball was in with a lower score, but it's a little bit further ahead. Anyway, 570 for Eyeball through 139. 547 for Miles at 136. Tetris Eyeball 652. Miles waiting for a bar. Blocks the well just as it comes, of course. But there's another one for Miles, and he gets a Tetris. 628, 656 Eyeball. Another Tetris Miles. So yeah, like one, kind of like 1.5 Tetris lead, but 6 lines apart. Okay, Eyeball's board. A little awkward here. Gets a long bar over to the right side, though. And yeah, the game knows exactly what piece not to give Eyeball. Like, this is going to be tough now. And that right side might be cut off for Eyeball. And that is going to be a top out for Eyeball. And Miles is good in game number 4. And we have ourselves a decider. All right, players, you can take a moment here. Run an ad real quick. And players, feel free to take a moment. I will give you your pieces when I see Miles sitting down again. They're both saving too much energy for Dog. I mean, they got time. I mean, that match happens in 2 hours, you know, so they got time. All right, I'm going to drop the seed right here. Actually, I will be right back in like 30 seconds. So here's the seed when you're ready, players. Yeah, he is. I just needed to take care of some personal business. And we've got deciders here now. And of course, we have a Canadian. All right, you get a maple cider, you get a D cider as an American. There you go. Okay, well, this is it. F0888E, Eyeball and Miles. This one game will determine who goes to the finals to face down Dog playing Tetris. Will it be Eyeball or Miles? We're about to find out in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. That Dog versus whoever match will take place in about an hour and 45 minutes. One of these two players will be facing off against Dog, who has 10 CTM wins, inclusive of Lone Star and Mega Masters. He is chasing down Corian, who's got 11 wins. Dog with 10. He's one away from tying him. Each of these players, though, looking for their first CTM win. And they really want to say, hey, Dog, you know, you can wait a little bit. It's my turn. You've got 10. I just want one. 114 for Eyeball. 115 for Miles. Jasmine is here. Welcome. There have been a couple of Vitzes here. I don't know if you saw them, but they were here. Tetris for Eyeball, 183. There's one for Miles, 164. We have reached our top 8 incentive in our prize pool thanks to Jesus the Frog and then Pseudo Canard and Junior. Adding to that, we're up to 2136.71. If you do want to contribute to the prize pool, you can. Use the Matcherino command if you're watching live. The second link should be the one for the Masters event in May. 253 for Eyeball, 232 for Miles, and Miles gets a Tetris, 255. They're about 20,000 points apart, one line apart. Tetrises on this level are worth 22,800. And they're going to stay that way until we get to level 19, and then they'll start incrementing up 1,200 points every level increase. Tetris Eyeball 345. Miles getting set up with a long bar in column 9. There's a triple for Miles as he waits for that bar. And the long bar is coming, and both players getting Tetris's. You want a maple cider emote? All right. I will look into it, Laurie. Thanks again, Laurie, for your support over at YouTube. And who do we have over at YouTube today? Mr. Barrow, Laurie, Mark, Tris, Silver Sauce, Whoops, Black Ops, Queeneman, Steel, All the stars are here. $404. Yeah, we got to add some emotes over at YouTube, actually. They start you off with very few emote slots, and after seeding the initial ones, I haven't added to it. So I don't know, like, how many they add to you or under which circumstances or what. I got to look into that. 489 for Eyeball, 456 for Miles. Okay, Tetris, Eyeball, 513, 479 Miles. Players with pretty decent paces through 100 lines. Tetris, Eyeball, 582 through 115, 525 Miles through 109. $604 Eyeball, 11 lines to go until level 19. The speed will increase by 50%. Oh, Wieneman, you're very sweet. Thank you. Okay, Eyeball trying not to rough up his board too much before 19. So he's going to clear this way. He's got 3 lines to go. He's flat now. Accommodating board. And waiting on a bar. And he's going to get that bar and transition into 19 at 635. Miles still, okay, yeah, Miles in at 620. Long bar immediately after transition. Miles gets it 644 and 662 for Eyeball, separated by a Tetris worth of points and lines. You couldn't be closer. Tetris for Miles. Another Tetris Miles, 695. Eyeball with a little bit of cleanup to do. He's getting it done. He's clean. He's starting to set up. Done level 21. Tetris for Eyeball, 721. 724 for Miles. You think, 150 lines in, we're pretty deep in the game. But still like 180 lines potentially to use. Of course, 100 of them are at kill screen speeds. Tetris for Miles, 781. 803 for Eyeball, but he's got gaps. But he's got to clear away. Miles with a Tetris. He's clean. Miles set up again. Eyeball clean now. Tetris, 837. Tetris, Miles. They're 3 lines apart. Miles with a 3,000-point lead. Another Tetris, Miles. Eyeball has to make another gap here. He's keeping it clean. Waits, long bar, Tetris, 871. Okay, Tetris down for Eyeball, 905. Miles uncovering, getting a Tetris, 910. 2 lines apart. Miles ahead by 3,000 points. It's still extremely close. Tetris down for Eyeball. Miles setting up long bar, column 9 to get ready. Okay, he's going to open up that right side, gets a Tetris. Miles, Eyeball with the max out, A06. And Miles set up now. He's 1 away. Miles is 7 lines back. So still pretty close. A76 for Eyeball. There's a Tetris. Miles. He's got the max out. Eyeball with the 1.1. The B stands for 1.1 million. C for B 1.2. All the way until F, which is 1.5. And then it'll reset back to 0, which means 1.6. One of the quirks of the game that I'm glad we've left intact. B85 for Eyeball into 29. A72 for Miles. Eyeball's board. Yeah, he's got to knock it down a little bit. Okay, pieces getting to the left. Eyeball trying to knock this down. Miles is in it. A87. Board not clean, though, so he's got to bring it down. It's still low, still workable. All right, Miles is low and clean. Eyeball trying to work his stack down. Nice long bar for the middle. Long bar over Tetris. Miles, B38. Eyeball, C63. So 130,000 point lead for Eyeball. Eyeball gets another Tetris. He's got the 1.3. Eyeball long bar to the left doesn't get all the way over, so he works it down to try to get a lane for one, and he gets it over. That little extra effort you can see. Okay, Miles. Oh no, that left side for Miles, and that's going to be cut off. And let's see, what can he do? And the answer is nothing. Miles is going to top out at B94, and Eyeball, for the first time, will be heading to the CTM Masters Finals. The first time ever Miles put him through his paces. In the end, though, Eyeball is going to eke it out. I think both players had, moments of inconsistency and just kind of shakiness here. And it was really just a matter of who is going to be able to steal their nerves and get the pieces that they needed with the boards that they had. And yeah, getting out to a decider here where that fifth game was so close for so long. That is, that shows you how close of a matchup that this was. So GG's to you, Eyeball. Congrats. You will be playing in the finals. You're going to have to cancel plans. And, there it is. Canadians. The Maple Cider wins today. Miles, of course, always a pleasure. You did amazing in this tournament. You took out some very tough players on the way here. I mean, you took out, ranked players like Cole, a top-ranked player. You took out Meme, like a very top-ranked player, to get here. And we'll watch this guy do what he's gonna do. He's showing his whole room. And yeah, GG's to you, Miles. Amazing time. And hope to see you back in future months. All right, what is this guy doing? I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. All right, well, enjoy your time. I don't know what's exactly happening, but that is Eyeball, who is your finalist. All right, the Canadian flag is being waved. And you are going to the finals. Look at that. Maple syrup is here. Maple syrup supremacy. There you go. Enjoy that maple syrup. There you go. Or dump it on his head, just like Alex T. So yeah, Eyeball, you got to dump maple syrup on your head if you win. You know that, right? And craft dinner. You got to dump craft dinner and maple syrup on your head if you win, and poutine. All right, GG's to you, Eyeball. Congratulations. There you go. Well, that is going to do it. Let me report the results of this match real quick, and we'll just continue to look at Eyeball until he cuts his stream. And, that'll be really awkward for him, but enjoyable for us, I think, on some level. Okay. We'll just stare straight ahead. All right. GG's. Congrats. And let's take a look at the bracket. Let me refresh it here. And we have a finals. It's going to be Eyeball, the number 4 seed, and Dog playing Tetris, the number 2 seed, the 10-time winner against the no-time winner. And Eyeball looking for his first one. That will happen in 90 minutes. So be back in 90 minutes for that. Eyeball chasing Corian. Eyeball chasing his first win. Should be a very good matchup. And again, GG's to Miles and Dangler. Amazing performances from both of them. Man, I wish everybody could win every month. And, you know, that is true. But unfortunately, we've designed this so that only one person wins. Okay, let's thank some of the people who supported the channel. YouTube memberships. These came from Lori, I think. Fang and Knight and Drew Roberts and Haydini and David D'Ambrosio. One of you might have subbed on your own. I guess I can look and see what's true there. No, Laurie gifted him. Oh, yeah, that is 5. And the raid from Corian, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. We also had contributions to the prize pool this stream from some people. So thank those people. No, who are they? They are Junior with the 4747, Pseudo Kennard with the 8924, and Jesus the Frog. I think it was after last stream or right at the tail end before I could thank him. That was $600 to get us to our incentive. So thank you all so very much. Really appreciate the support, and you know that means we will be paying the top 8 players in this tournament, so that is great. So anyway, we thank that. We got to thank our patrons, of course. Everybody on your screen, especially Scott Gray J, K9 Tacky Corporal, Shall Be, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, Mick, Monkey Mila. Thank you so much for your support. We will be back in less than 90 minutes for the finals. Eyeball versus Dog. Can't wait to see it. YouTube, you are dismissed. Thank you all for hanging out. It is a pleasure. Bye-bye. And then our Twitch people. I mean, why are you guys not working? I mean, it's Friday.